Hello, this is Kim Wrinkle of Iron Far with today's champion of the Chuckanut 50k, Ellie Greenwood. Welcome back to racing, Ellie.
Thank you so much. It's good to be back.
Well, sort of tell us how the race played out today.
I'd say for probably about the first 30k or so, I felt like I was just running. Like I didn't feel I was racing at all. And I kind of resolved, so that was fine. And I came into the race honestly saying, like, Jodie's going to win, and that's fine, right? And I just wanted to have a solid run. And it was kind of funny because at about 30k, I happened to see Yassine, and I said to Yassine, like, oh my goodness, I'm not an ultra runner anymore. And then I think ultra runner kicked in, because 30k to 50k is when that was when most of the uphill was over, which uphill I was struggling on a lot today. So 30k to the end was downhill and flat a lot, and then I started racing and got into it. So, yeah.
I'm sure you're pleased to be healthy again.
Yeah, I'm very pleased, right? Like today, I came to Chuckanut knowing I could race 50k, and that's all I said. I want to race 50k. I want to get a respectable time. I didn't want to come back and race going, well, maybe I'll drop out part way, or maybe I won't be really at all fit. Just be, I wanted to be decent. Yeah, there's a few aches and pains, but it's my longest run in 11 and a half months.
Wow. We'll sort of talk about the training since getting healthy. Have you changed your approach to training, or are you back to the old 100-mile racing, Ellie Greenwood?
No, not yet. And one thing, I'm still working up my mileage. I'm getting up to what I class as reasonable and mileage that I'm kind of happy with. So I've had one 100-mile week, but most weeks I haven't got up to that. But that's fine. I've also been going once a week. I do speed workouts, so maybe I don't know, 5x1k or that kind of stuff. So slightly longer speed work with a running club that I'm a member of, and that's been really good to have that kind of motivation and get you going, and I think that's got my speed going, even though maybe I haven't quite done the volume that I was doing a year ago. So that's been a really good way to keep my fitness back up and focus really on, particularly at the start when maybe I was doing 100k a week. I would go, okay, if I can't do quantity, I'll do quality, so I get something out of it.
Okay, what's on the agenda for the rest of 2014? Big plans?
The one plan that I've said for the whole time is if I was only ever going to do one race in 2014, it would be Comrades. So that's June 1st. It's down here, 89k over in South Africa. So that's definitely number one focus of what I really want to do. And then other than that, yes, I'm going to be back doing ultras for sure. I haven't made any real decisions just because I feel like I'm still easing back into things. I think I'll stick to 50k's and 50 milers this year. I don't really want to jump into a 100 miler. I always say I've only ever actually done 200 milers, so I happened to be in Western States twice.
Very well.
So it's not something that I feel sure, I can do 100 miles, right? And obviously you kind of lose your confidence going away with injury, so I want to bring that back by races like today at Chuckanut, right? Okay, I can run 50k and I can race 50k at a decent pace. So Comrades, and then we'll see.
Is the approach any different training for a road ultra versus a trail ultra? More time training on the roads, or not so much?
One thing I think I've learned, and it maybe contributed to my injuries last year, is I think I still have to train a lot on trails, even if I'm being trained for a road race. But there does come a point of, yes, you have to be able to do a certain amount on the roads. But just even today, the descent at the end and the flats, I'm this is great Comrades training. Because Comrades, like I said, is a down run. But yeah, I will be, I've been doing quite a bit of running on the trails, which is super, but I've got to be realistic that I should start now transitioning to doing slightly longer longer runs on the roads and hopefully have more rides on the roads as well.
Now you say it's the down year. Is there just a victory in mind, or would you like to also get the course record for the down run, the comrades?
Oh my goodness, that would be rather ambitious. I think, yeah. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but I think it's at least 15 minutes faster than I've run on the down run. Yeah, so no, like the level of competition at Comrades is huge, and unlike say a race like today where maybe you know quite a lot of the names, you can go to Comrades and there's people like from all over the world, so you don't necessarily know everyone. So it would be to go and be in the best possible shape and wherever that brings me.
Really good day for the sponsors too: Montreal, Mountain Hardware, Flora, and two winners. Max with the men's record, and you won the women's. And,
well, I was saying to Max, it was funny because when I was out on the trail and Jodie was still ahead of me, and I was like, oh well, I'm going to be second. I was like, I hope Max is second as well, which he didn't appreciate when I said that. So no, I'm very glad to see that Max got the course record today. So yeah, two.
Well, where did she come back to you, or is it more of a matter of you coming up to her? Because she went out quite hard.
I think it was a bit of both. Yeah, like honestly, I was like, well, if Jodie's going to run about 4 hours, I really don't think I'm going to do that. And then I felt I was moving so slowly on some of the uphill sections, like I was honestly doing way more hiking than I would have really liked, but I just said, well, plow on through and carry on going. And then it was just before the aid station, before you go up Chin Scraper, sort of leading up into that, I started, people, there's always hikers and people sort of started, oh, you're like 6 minutes behind. And I'd been expecting them to say more like you're half an hour behind. So that 6 minutes got me like, oh, well, maybe, right? And then I gradually crept my way up, and then it was about 7k to go that I overtook Jodie. I mean, I think it was a bit of both. Like I also picked off a few men coming in on the interurban at the end, so obviously I had decent speed, and I think Jodie maybe, like just fell off the pace a little bit.
Yeah, we had a report from the last aid session. You were 3 behind, I believe they said, at 24.5. Were you still behind there?
At 24.5 miles. Sorry, I've got to convert here, right? Like coming onto the interurban on the way back, which for me is about 11k to go. People were saying it was about 2 minutes. I'm not entirely sure. And then, I mean, the nice thing about the interurban is I could then see her when I was probably like about 45 seconds behind, right? And I'd obviously knew what I'd been gaining, and I knew I was going at like a reasonable, speed, right? So yeah.
Well, outstanding run today, and best wishes with Comrades and beyond, and look forward to speaking with you again sometime.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks, Simon Park.